Tuesday, the day of controversy. A certain man had 2 sons. He came to the first and said, "Son, I'd want you to chop today in the yard." But all the son could think of was what he wanted to do. He wanted to skateboard in the park. He wanted to do his twists and turns and tricks. He imagined himself to be professional. He wanted to be good. He answered his father and said, "I will not go." But later he repented and went. He came to the second son and said, "Son, please rake the grass. Rake the leaves as well in the front yard while your brother chops." And the second son answered and said, "I will, Dad." But he didn't. Which of the 2 brothers obeyed their father? The first, of course. Now let's listen to the Bible version.
A certain man had 2 sons. And he came to the first and said, "Son, go work today in my vineyard." He answered and said, "I will not." But afterward he repented and went. And he came to the second and said likewise, and he answered and said, "I go, sir," and went not. Whether of them twain did the will of his father?
The first.
The message is obvious in both stories. Obey your father. If your parents ask you to do something like chop the grass, or sweep the floor, or wash the dishes, or do your homework, or go to bed, then you must obey, plain and straight. But there is another message, a far more important message. The younger boy, the Pharisees, did not obey. Now the question is, who did they not obey? Their father. And you might say, I understand that the younger brother didn't obey his father, but the Pharisees? You see, they didn't obey their Father in heaven, God, the one who said that he was going to send a Messiah, Jesus, to save them from their sin. Jesus stood before them. The promised Messiah stood before them, and they would not listen to him. They would not obey. And because they would not listen, but would rather fight against God, we have called this day the day of controversy. It is my prayer today that you would not fight against God, against Jesus. Do not reject him. Do not ignore him. Open up your heart to him. Repent and believe in Jesus as the only one who can save you from your sin. I need Jesus. You need Jesus. We all need Jesus.